public services from the Blue Mountains Public Library, and today we have traveled to our neighboring community of Meaford to visit the Meaford Refillery. Today we are taking you behind the scenes at the Meaford Refillery to promote and advocate for sustainability and living a zero-waste, plastic-free living experience that you can do too. A big part about shopping sustainable is to shop local. When we say local, we mean shop in your hometown, shop in your home province, shop in Canada.
Hi, I'm Jackie Rushlow, the owner of the Meaford and the Meaford Refillery. So a refillery is a bricks and mortar store, just like this one here, where you go to refill all your things that you need in your home to clean you and your home. So the idea is rooted in taking your old Tide jug or your old Dawn container or your old shampoo and conditioner bottles, bringing them in here, and we refill it. This way, you never have to throw out any single-use plastic ever again. The thing that inspired me the most to start building refilleries in communities everywhere is the need, my own necessity, actually. I was having a really hard time going plastic-free, and I thought, well, with all of this ordering online and the carbon footprint, it just didn't make any sense. So what I decided to do was open a refillery. I think it's crucial that a refillery be inside of every single community so that we all have the alternative option to choose rather than purchasing single use all the time. So really, it was born out of necessity. The best way to tell you how I open a business in a small community is to tell you the whole story. It was 2 weeks before the pandemic hit, and our first refillery was inside of a 200 square foot tire shed. I am a television producer by trade, so I decided, you know what, I should just produce this. I know all the products that I want. I know my community is going to embrace this, so I just thought, you know what, let's get this little tire shed, let's test it out, and everybody responded. So it was amazing. The steps going along to opening your own business, that's a whole other story. So opening a business in small communities is a really special thing, actually. You're fully embraced by the community. Everybody wants to support you, and they want to support your mission, thankfully, because I have a pretty big one. Choosing Meaford, well, that's my home, and I truly want to take care of my home. And I started to think about it. If I care so much about my home, won't every community care about their own homes? And then I started thinking about Meaford, and I was like, this is a beautiful community. It's a community on the water. It's got a beautiful downtown, historic downtown. There's, tons of tourism here. Maybe they care. And sure enough, you guys do. A lot of people think that embracing being sustainable is really hard. It is not. First of all, you guys have a refillery, so this is a pretty good place to start. But let's start to think about inside of your house as well, okay? Like, are we throwing away paper towels, or what are we using as single use? Are you picking up garbage at the beach? Are you asking for no straws at the restaurant? Are you demanding that you don't take a plastic bag? These are ways that you can make your own change and embrace sustainability. So there's actually quite a process involved in the way that we select our products. The way that we select our products is, first and foremost, you have to truly be plastic free. That means all those big jugs over there, those jugs get refilled for me. So when you refill, I refill. Second, they need to be all natural. We do not want microplastics inside of any of these products. Those plastics, the micro ones, the real tiny, tiny, tiny ones, those things cannot be cleaned up. They are a silent but deadly killer. None of our products have any of that. Third, our products are Canadian made. So they're not coming from super far away. It's a really tight, full circle system that we have in place here. They're also biodegradable and locally made. So it's quite a perfect little circle that we create, and those criteria have to be met, or else I'm not interested in giving you something that came from a lot of plastic. So let's pretend it's your first time inside of a refillery. When you guys enter in here, it's a really experiential shopping experience. We're gonna educate you. First and foremost, we want you to know everything about all the products that we have in this store and why a refillery is the way of our future. Second, we're gonna help you find exactly what you need for yourself and for your home. And then we've got a whole bunch of really fun things too, like candles, shower steams, face masks, bath bombs. We have it all truly plastic free and zero waste. So we all have our own stories of how we became sustainable or were becoming sustainable. I grew up in a family that was always recycling, that was always reusing bags, that was always looking out for Mother Nature. They used to kind of call me a bit of a tree hugger when I was a kid. And then I started to actually take it quite seriously about 4 years ago, and I started to go plastic free. Getting there was so difficult. It was like, how do I make my own change? I was liking things on Instagram, I was following people who were making some sort of change, and I just thought, why wouldn't I jump in? Why wouldn't I make a difference? Why wouldn't I make a mission out of this? And it truly became something that I live and I breathe, and I always tell the staff here and in Creemore that this is a lifestyle. This is not a job. This is a lifestyle, and actually, Mother Nature's depending on us to take care of her. So we've got all of these alternatives available. Let's use them. Okay, so there's this huge misconception that going zero waste or going plastic free is really difficult. It is not. It is so easy, you guys. So there's also a misconception that it's expensive to do it. Because all these products are all natural, organic, cruelty-free, biodegradable, microplastic-free, that they're gonna cost a fortune. Well, the beauty about refilling is that you can bring your own container, so now you're not paying for one, and you can fill as much or as little as you want. So maybe you only wanna spend $5 on laundry detergent. Just get $5 worth. It's actually super affordable. And the other misconception that I think is really important to mention is there was a time where anything all natural didn't really work. Trust me, you guys, all natural has come a long way, and everything in here totally works. Okay, you guys, going plastic free and refilling is super easy. Come with me and I'll show you how. Okay guys, let's get started. So, you all have one of these at home, right? Well, did you guys know that only 9% of all plastics are actually recycled? That's not a lot, right? So, what can we do with all this garbage, essentially, that's in our recycling bins? You can save them, and you can bring them in here, and we can use them again, and again, and again, and again. You all recognize this, and this, and maybe even just these. These are glass and recyclable, but we can reuse those too if we want. This Tropicana jug, do you guys have any idea what this might be really good for? Laundry detergent. This is awesome for laundry detergent. You can put a ton in it and you can have like a perfect pour. All we have to do is remove the label, like so. And we have cute little stickers. That we can put on them so that you know exactly what it is. Not cute enough for you? No problem. What about something like this? An old shampoo bottle. Kind of boring and maybe you don't want that in your shower because you actually want to show people that you refill. This used to be for body wash until we made it super cute. This one Jess made, and she put cooktop cleaner in it. Cooktop cleaner is for a ceramic stovetop. All we have to do is bring it in, we will weigh it, take the lid off, and then we fill it up, put the lid back on, weigh it again. You only pay for what's inside of your super cute container. Okay guys, so there's a couple of steps involved in refilling. You bring your container, remember this one? The old orange juice container, now made laundry detergent jug. You bring it to me, I put it on our scales, it tells me how much it weighs, I write it on the bottom, and now we're ready to fill it up. Okay guys, this is the laundry section. This one's lavender, linden flower, almond blossom, scent-free, and mandarin. The people's fave is lavender. All we do is we open it up, we turn the switch, and we start pouring.
So I chose to come into the Meaford Refillery today because we just moved to the area. So I am in need of product for our house, and I came in a few weeks ago while I was just kind of getting acquainted with the area and just fell in love with the shop and what it stands for.
My name is Jessica. I am the manager at the Meaford Refillery. I am a local in Meaford, and it was super important for me to be a part of such a sustainable, amazing business in Meaford to give the locals something that they can be a part of and make a change.
I chose to come into the Meaford Refillery today because I love supporting a local woman-owned business that focuses on sustainability. So, yay.
Thanks for coming to the Meaford Refillery.